Coach, it is a beautiful night for football here in the Midwest as we are at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's see what you got.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, 49 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line, scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Good job, D. Good job. That's the way you fly to the ball.
Dalton throwing on second down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Kill. Check, Chris on Travis.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Coach, it is a beautiful night for football here in the Midwest as we are at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be fielded at the 6.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's been a long day for you.
Coach, it is a beautiful night for football here in the Midwest as we are at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Hands up, lead! Mike 50, Mike 50! I'm coming after you, I'm coming after you! Hands up!
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And, right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Watch right! I'm trying to...
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hands up, lead! 50's the mark! Here we go, D. Here we go, kid! Hands up!
3rd and 2 for Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Mahomes now to throw. He is going to find Hill here. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Easy. Check. Cross.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, here's Williams. Making the play defensively, Carnell Lawson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike's 50.
Now here's Mahomes. There's the first NFL catch for the former Georgia Bulldog, Mecole Hardman. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 37 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw here, Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Dalton here from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line.
Let him know. Let him know. Check 2 by 2. Move.
And Dalton to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. 15 run. 15 run. Back to you. I'm going back to him.
They'll run with Mixon, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop at a yard shy. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And now here comes Kansas City. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw. Here we go. Slam. Ready.
On 2nd down, Hyde. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
down. 50, plant.
He can't hang.
Fair.
He's crashing.
Snap.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
90, Wolf. Get it.
A first throw for Henney, the veteran backup. Throw left side complete. It's Wells. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Henney. And incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On the ready.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 22-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Out.
Check 99. Check 99.
6 guys. Time.
They give it here to Thompson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Look at me. Door.
Henney. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
That's complete. Right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Hand off to Thompson. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Butker's kick here is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's the backup Finley. On the screen, Bernard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got one. Switch it. Come here, switch it.
80 weapons. Snap.
A handoff to Mixon. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Finley. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
X3, 218, chop it.
He's coming. We got double up.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Yeah, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On the carry, Thompson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So we have reached halftime. And, boy, a rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey.
They'll give to Hyde. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Carlos Hyde, 58 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and through. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go, 8 reads.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Ready?
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 25 on second down, Finley. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Bengals.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
In your face.
On 2nd and 2, Finley got his man complete over the middle. That's Malone. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. A first down throw for Finley. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's into the clear. The 30, 10. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And that's a linebacker. He can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point safely through, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the double. Protein spill.
Hey, get in the weight room.
5.
Play action now. Here's Finley. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Jeremiah Tauchu. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Finley now on second down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Bengals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Finley. He sets to fire deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Trying to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Throwing on second down. Henning finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Ready. 60 out now. Hey, lock it. Here we go. Safe. Ready.
First down, a run with Hyde. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it again with Hyde. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mark 50. Check pass. Double tight. 4 down. Shift. Go.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Watch his flat. Hit it.
Here's Bernard. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Check 56. Hey, tight.
Lightning.
Mike 56.
Now on 2nd and 16. Finley. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing. Finley. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Rock it. He's coming. Double up.
They run it here with Thompson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bengals' 35-yard line.
You ready?
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Chiefs 26.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
You better bring it. I'm letting you.
Go on.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15 he goes. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Ready, break.
52. We on.
Hard.
We on now.
Big grip.
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Ready.
From the pistol, they'll run with Hyde. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Carlos Hyde, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Mike the 59. Focus, defense, focus.
22 jet bomber.
No.
Mike, check.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Come on now, let's go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Get it.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Set. 18 Gator.
50, check Mike 50.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Let's go.
Again, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now the Bengals on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Watch twist.
Here you go, can.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Finley on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Let's take it inside his own 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Check it back.
They begin the drive with Williams. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw. You better bring it. Shoot. Fair. 5.
On 2nd down now. It's Thompson. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On 3rd down, Thompson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Watch the run. Double tight. 4 down.
Here's a give to Mixon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to Mixon on first down. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Joe Mixon, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Ready? 10 Lobo. 7.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.